Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is our pleasure to welcome you to this iconic evening to honor amazing Indians. We are a nation of over 1 billion people, full of people with the potential to change the world.
Amazing Indians was instituted last year to recognize and applaud the efforts of such everyday heroes. Heroes who have an amazing impact on thousands of lives and yet choose to remain faceless. And so, without further ado, let us welcome on stage MD and CEO, Times Television Network, Mr. Sunil Lulla, to start the award ceremony.
Honorable Vice President Shri Hamid Ansari, distinguished members of the Cabinet, respected senior political leaders, our eminent friends from the Indian business community, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you. On behalf of the Times Television Network, a warm welcome to the second edition of The Amazing Indians. The Times Television Network's 4 premium channels, ET Now, Zoom, Movies Now, Times Now, go to over 1 crore viewers every single day across 44 countries, from the Americas to Africa to Australia. Back home, Times Now continues its undisputed leadership, now 5 years in a row. News, as we know, is about events, people, stories, and in the rushing midst of breaking news comes this breath of fresh air, the untold story of the quiet Indian who's toiling, innovating, and creating unusual value, The Amazing Indian. In its second edition, 56 nominations have made a tough choice for our eminent and august jury, who have been patient and very encouraging. Hats off to the ability to spot the amazing Indian. Sincere gratitude and thanks go to the Mahindra Group for Mahindra Rise and their continuous involvement and invaluable support to us. I do hope you appreciate and enjoy the evening and applaud for every amazing Indian, be he or she felicitated or not. With that, I would like to welcome Mr. Ravi Dhariwal, Chief Executive Officer, Bennett Coleman and Company, and member of the board, for a special greeting to all of you. Thank you for being with us here this evening.
Honorable Vice President Ansari Saab, distinguished members of the Cabinet, senior political leaders, guests and friends. It is rare that we in the media do great and positive things, they say. And today is one of those rare days. And I welcome you to this rare day because today we get together to do something totally unusual, to celebrate the achievement of 55 great and amazing Indians. We celebrate their achievement. We celebrate their spirit. We celebrate their hard work and character. We celebrate their never-to-die attitude and passion. And you honor us by being here with us today, and your presence will be a source of great encouragement to these wonderful fellow Indians of ours. And when you hear the stories of these Indians, you will see that the glass is really not half empty. It is half full, and it can get fuller. And there is enough positivism in our country that it makes me at least feel that the future with these amazing Indians is in great hands. And it is this that we have come to celebrate. And I hope you'll applaud their achievement like we all would. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dhariwal and Mr. Lulla. Capturing in words the true spirit of the amazing Indians, we are going to honor this evening would be a little difficult. The next performance, however, captures this very spirit of greatness via the eternal strains of music, music performed by a truly amazing and a gifted Indian.
That's right. Ustad Amjad Ali Khan is one of the undisputed masters of the music world. Over the course of his career, the world saw the sarod being given a new and yet timeless interpretation by him. He has won several accolades, including Grammy nominations. Performing with him today are his sons, Aman Ali Khan and Ayan Ali Khan, celebrated sarod players themselves and youth icons. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ustad Amjad Ali Khan along with Aman and Ayan.
Namaskar. We would like to welcome all of you, especially Vice President of India, Janab Muhammad Hamid Ansari Sahab. We'll begin our recital with Vaishnav Janato.
Thank you very much. That performance was truly soul-stirring and inspiring. Thank you, Ustad Sab, Aman and Ayan. Let's now welcome on stage someone who's been very closely associated with this amazing Indian's journey. Please welcome the Editor-in-Chief of Times Now, Arnab Goswami.
Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Vice President, each of the nominees today are individuals who have shown tremendous personal enterprise. We have looked very carefully to choose individuals who have gone against the odds, against, most importantly, convention, and in some cases also, very importantly, against the tide of public opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, in all these different categories, there is one unifying element. All of our nominees and winners today have tremendous self-belief. Our jury members met 2 weeks back, and we were very privileged to have a fantastic jury, which met 3 weeks back. All the nominees today, and eventually the winners, have been picked by consensus. Let me take you through the jury process.
A journey of recognizing the unsung heroes of India.
They are all giving back to the community and they're helping people. It is so inspiring.
Film personalities Sharmila Tagore and Prasoon Joshi, Dr. Devi Shetty, Air Chief Marshal Fali Homi Major and cartoonist Sudhir Dhar were the eminent jury members who took upon the task of selecting the winners.
It was very difficult to pick a winner because they're all winners.
As our amazing Indians strive for a better India, their stories continue to inspire and motivate us, instilling hope that the best is yet to come.
If these are the people whom we have today in this country, we have a very, very promising future.
Career diplomat, scholar, author, but above all, a man who has created history to become only the second man after Dr. S. Radhakrishnan to get a second term as the Vice President of India, Mr. Hamid Ansari, a man who we in the media see very closely every day during the Parliament session, using his diplomatic skills and sometimes his patience as the chairman of the Rajya Sabha to balance political parties across the spectrum. May I please call upon our chief guest, Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Hamid Ansari, to address the audience.
Ravi Dhariwal ji, Sunil Lulla ji, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am happy to be here today to meet a group of exceptional citizens and to confer on them the Times Now Amazing India Award for extraordinary accomplishments and contributions to our society. I commend the Times Now for instituting these awards. Locating the recipients would have been a journey of discovery for the jury. By bestowing recognition on these achievers, we are reinforcing our faith in the innate goodness of human beings and their capacity to do good to others. The achievement of individual recipients is worthy of our admiration and acclaim because it was inspired solely by a conviction in their cause, aided by a strength of character to become, as Gandhiji had said, the change which they wanted to make in our less than perfect world. These are remarkable men and women who overcame challenges and handicaps to proceed relentlessly and make a difference to their lives and to the lives of people around them in a most positive manner. The awards cover the most relevant socio-economic aspects of our society and the challenges it faces in areas of health, education, employment, gender issues, and environment. Each of these is a critical ingredient of sustainable, inclusive socio-economic growth and development. Progress on each of these counts adds to the effort to make our society modern, progressive, and prosperous. It helps us develop and project a just and humane face. People, such as our awardees today, who contribute to the effort, render invaluable service to the nation. They deserve to be recognized and applauded. Friends, nation building is a societal endeavor and cannot be limited to governmental efforts alone. Citizens and citizen bodies have to be active participants in it. It has to be guided by principles of public welfare and based on the principles of equality, fraternity, social justice, and democracy inscribed in the Constitution. Success stories and role models become critical in such pursuits. They inject grit, hope, and optimism. They reject counsels of despondency and capitulation in the face of adversity. They are energized by the values and objectives that are dear to us as a people. They are shining examples of the strength of human mind and determination. Our awardees today have shown that every individual contribution is of value to the collective good. Their work should inspire us in our own callings in life. We must at the same time be realistic enough to concede that much more needs to be done. The space for individual initiatives has to be expanded. Archaic perceptions and practices disruptive of social progress must be eschewed. Gender equality and gender sensitivity must be observed in practice and at all times. I take this opportunity to salute and congratulate the awardees for their outstanding work and valuable contributions to society. I congratulate Times Now for this excellent initiative, which not only gives us a chance to express our gratitude to these unassuming heroes, but also spreads their treasured message of service before self to all others to imbibe and emulate. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Vice President. I request you to please stay with us on stage as we begin the first set of nominees.
Our first award category for Times Now Amazing Indians is Unstoppable Indians. This category celebrates the spirit of unshakable willpower that has enabled these brave hearts to overcome challenges of all sorts.
The nominees in this category come from varied social backgrounds and have overcome many challenges. Let's have a look at the nominees.
This category celebrates the spirit of unshakable willpower of Indians who exemplify grit and determination. And the nominees are Baby Haldar. From a housemaid to a published author, she braved all adversities to script her success story. Charudatta Jadhav is India's blind chess legend who has successfully put his odds in a checkmate. He has also developed the world's only talking software for chess and led the All India Chess Federation for the Blind for 15 years now. Mahantesh Mali. Fighting the disease himself, this humanitarian provides shelter to children orphaned and abandoned due to HIV/AIDS in the Belgaum district of Karnataka. And Surya Bali, a courageous doctor from Bareilly Gaon in Jaunpur, Uttar Pradesh, who chased his dreams barefoot.
Category Unstoppable Indians. Winner, Dr. Surya Bali.
Thank you, Honorable Vice President, sir, and many congratulations to our winner.
Our next award category for Times Now Amazing Indians is Ordinary Indians, Extraordinary Stories.
These are stories of ordinary Indians who are doing things in an extraordinary way. Achievements of such magnitude that they inspire a sense of wonder. And the nominees are Yvonne Lomax meets the unspoken need of homeless destitute in Belgaum through her shelter home for homeless. V. Venkatraman, whose eatery in Erode, Chennai offers a 1 rupee meal which is a lifeline to the poorest of the poor seeking treatment from a nearby government hospital. Bibi Mohammadi, who overcame her own challenges to educate as many poor and illiterate children as she possibly can in Bhagalpur's Nathnagar. And Dr. Bharat Watwani, who is busy treating and reuniting the homeless, mentally ill people with their families.
His experience in the Parliament is unsurpassed. He entered Parliament in 1970 before any present-day politician. But the way he uses technology could give a complex to many of the younger lot. Voracious reader, master orator, author, and even an active blogger, whose blogs are awaited in the media in the hope that they will stir a hornet's nest. A man who was a pillar of his party in the Vajpayee era, and a man who is the Margdarshak for the Gen Next of his party. Calling up on stage, former Deputy Prime Minister and senior leader of the BJP, Mr. L.K. Advani.
The winner is V. Venkatraman.
ஆகையால் நம்மால் முடிந்த உதவிகளை ஏழைகளுக்கு எப்போதும் செய்து கொண்டு இருக்க வேண்டும். பணம் தான் வாழ்க்கையில் முக்கியமல்ல, நமக்கு மனம் இருந்தால் போதும். சேவைகள் எல்லா விதத்திலும் நாம் நேரங்காலம் இல்லாமல் செய்து கொண்டு இருக்கலாம். ஆகவே இந்த வாய்ப்பு அளித்த டைம்ஸ் நவ் குரூப் அனைவர்களுக்கும் மற்றும் எனக்கு உதவி செய்த தமிழ்நாடு மக்களுக்கும் என்னுடைய நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொண்டு வாழ்க வளமுடன் என்று கூறி விடைபெறுகிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
I don't live for the money that I'm able to make, but for the fact that I'm able to serve the poor and be useful for other people. Thank you very much, Times Now, for this award. And thank you very much for the people of Tamil Nadu to be able to offer me this opportunity for service.
Sir, can we please request you to say a few words?
अर्णब जी के निमंत्रण पर ये दूसरी बार मैं इस अमेजिंग इंडियंस के कार्यक्रम में आया हूँ. पिछले साल भी आया था और कह सकता हूँ कि राजनीति में आने से पहले मैं भी मीडिया का हिस्सा था और इसीलिए जब मीडिया का कोई वर्ग, वो प्रिंट मीडिया हो कि टेलीविज़न का हो, कोई नई बात के लिए इनिशिएटिव लेता है तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है. मुझे स्मरण है कि अब शायद इमरजेंसी के तुरंत बाद इंडिया टुडे ने एक इनिशिएटिव लिया था कि जिसमें अलग अलग वर्गों के लोगों को बुला करके वो एक कॉन्क्लेव उन्होंने शुरू किया, जो कि अनेक औरों ने भी शुरू किया. लेकिन मैं समझता हूँ कि ये अमेजिंग इंडियंस की कल्पना अभिनव है, यूनिक है, और उसके कारण इसी प्रकार के और प्रयत्न निश्चित रूप से अन्य मीडिया के लोग भी करेंगे। मैं इसके लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूँ टाइम्स नाउ को, और विश्वास करता हूँ कि उसके कारण जहाँ अवॉर्डीज़, उनका उदाहरण, उनका जीवन वह जनता के सामने आएगा तो देश को ऊंचा उठाने में रोल मॉडल्स के रूप में उनको लाभ करेगा। वैसे ही ये जो इनोवेशन है जो टाइम्स नाउ ने किया है, उसके कारण बाकी भी मीडिया के लोग, वो केवल टेलीविज़न नहीं लेकिन प्रिंट मीडिया के भी करने लगेंगे तो अच्छा होगा।
Thank you very much, sir, and congratulations once again to our winner.
Our nominees in the Incredible Innovators category are individuals whose innovations have contributed to the well-being of others.
Our backyard innovators have innovations that are worthy of patents, ranging from educational toys to a diagnostic slate, from robots to wireless irrigation. Here are the nominees.
From a local problem that needs an innovation to the use of technology for an unlikely enterprise, this category includes ordinary people with innovations worthy of patents. And the nominations are Arvind Gupta, a scientist and a masterful toy maker. He has devoted his life to popularizing science with Indian children by teaching them how to make educational toys from trash. Dr. Kanav Kahol's invention Swasth Slate, a first-of-its-kind diagnostic tool, has been the answer to many problems in rural healthcare sector. Pulkit Gaur's passion for robotics made him establish Gridbots to design user-friendly robotic products. Santosh Ostwal, determined to bring a solution to the many irrigation difficulties faced by farmers. This engineer came up with a wireless innovation called Nano Ganesh.
He has been a youth leader in his party, a crusader against the apartheid in South Africa, an author, a social worker working with the specially abled, a man with an eye for detail and a phenomenal memory, a man who has championed his country's interests at various international fora, especially the WTO. I call upon stage Union, Commerce and Industry and Textiles Minister, Mr. Anand Sharma.
Well, the award is Incredible Innovators. Kanav Kahol is the name of the winner.
Thank you so much for this award. I think Swasth Slate was in response to what we heard from people. People wanted affordable healthcare and affordable diagnostics. You know, they are looking for solutions, and all we have to do is listen, and then all the inspiration is lying right here. Now, I can think of 90 different things that cell phones in this room can do to help someone like that. And I would really request everybody to put their minds together so we can actually start innovating for India. And I really hope that with the power that we have within this room, we can come up with some great solutions. Thank you, and this is just the encouragement that we need.
I'm delighted to be here, and I commend Arnab, his team and the Times Group for starting what they have done. It's very important for a country to recognize and honor those who overcome adversities, are not overwhelmed by challenges, but convert them into opportunities. We are truly a civilizational country, a great nation, and our strength and greatness is because of our citizens, our sons and daughters, many of whom have remarkable achievements, coming from backgrounds where historically, socially, economically, they have been disadvantaged, but yet they have been firm in their resolve to do something for the society, for the fellow human beings. And as this evening started with Amjad and his two sons giving us this beautiful concert of classical music, and the first one, our father of the nations, Mahatma Gandhi's favorite hymn or bhajan, Vaishnav Jan to tene kahiye, jo peer padai jane re. That truly a good human being is one who understands the pain of the other. If in our own lives we can do something to show empathy and solidarity with people who deserve and need that, this life is worth living. Thank you.
Mr. Anand Sharma, if I can request you to stay back on stage while we call out the next category of awards, Indian at Heart.
They might not have been born in India, but their efforts for the betterment of their adopted homeland makes them Indian at heart. And the nominees are Franz Gassler, who gave up his cushy life in the United States to make Hutu village in Jharkhand his home. He is empowering tribal girls through the beautiful game. Kiasher lost her family during 26/11, but she found closure by engaging the world in honoring the sacredness of life. Kim Jae Chang, South Korean choir master Kim Jae Chang is using music to soothe the souls of disadvantaged children in Pune. Will Moya. For the past 2 years, Will has been teaching young Indian men how to respect women in their society.
The category is Indian at Heart. Franz Gassler is the winner.
Franz, we'd love to hear from you also in Hindi.
मैं आप सबों को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ. For the last 4 years, we've been using football as a medium to combat human trafficking, child marriage, and illiteracy in Jharkhand, and we're expanding to other states. I'd like to thank my parents and my family for supporting my decision to live so far away from home for so long, and to accept this award on behalf of the young people who are working with me, and especially the young people who have come through our program and our coaching and will be watching this at home. Amit, Vijay, Jeet, Soni, Sunita, Kalabati, Anita, Neelam, and especially my friend Sonu, who's been with us since the very beginning. And like I said in the video, I hope that at the end of tonight, you people in this room who are watching will leave with this message. Agar aap kuch karna chahte hai, uto aur karo. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Franz. Congratulations once again. Thank you, Mr. Sharma.
Our next award category is Global Indians. This category is for those Indians who have returned to their shores with a promise to make India a better country. Equipped with ideas, innovations, solutions, and at times even capital, these are the amazing Indians who have set up global enterprises or have returned to India to formulate projects that are making a difference.
And the nominees are Ajay Chaturvedi. He quit his Citibank job in the United States to set up Harva, an all-women rural BPO center in the villages of Haryana and Rajasthan. Jyoti Reddy. She battled all odds to become the CEO of her own firm in Phoenix. and is now empowering the women and youth back home in India. Amitava Bhattacharya. He left his well-paying job in California to rekindle the dying art forms of India and build them as means of livelihood for many artists. And Ashmeet Kapoor. Leaving his budding career in the States, he returned to his roots to improve the livelihoods of organic farmers while ensuring healthier products for the urban consumers.
A seasoned lawyer, an author and playwright who's written a play, Sons of Babar, that has done several shows at the Red Fort. An important member of the political theatre as well. A man who never runs out of words. A man who can be extremely combative even as he is soft-spoken. A man who started his career as OSD to former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi and is back in the South Block. Calling up on stage, Minister for External Affairs, Mr. Salman Khurshid.
Category Global Indians, and the winner is Amitabh Bhattacharya.
Can we please hear a few words from you?
Thank you, Times Now. Thank you, everybody, for here. It's a very simple thing that, traditional art and culture are a very important part of India. And if we can look at it as a skill, then probably we can expand it for livelihood generation. Thank you very much.
The next category for Times Now Amazing Indian Awards is Educators of India.
The nominees in this category have helped make a significant change in this area. With an agenda for change, here are our nominees.
This category is for the amazing Indians who are redefining education through conventional and unconventional means, battling the odds to make this fundamental right available to all. And the nominees are: Aditya Natraj has a special set of students, principals of rural government primary schools who are taught to teach the teachers. Kiranbir Sethi, this architect turned educationist, has been instilling children with confidence to say, "I can," empowering them to herald change they want to see. Mamoon Akhtar, his school is a ray of hope to the children from slums of Tikiapara, making brighter future accessible at a cost of just 5 rupees a month. And Satyanarayan Mundayur, fondly called Uncle Musa, he has brought the worlds of Dr. Seuss and Roald Dahl closer to children in the hills of Arunachal Pradesh through his 13 libraries.
The winner is Aditya Natraj.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are 2 winners in this category. Let's have our first winner on stage, please.
I wish this award was actually called Amazing Teams of Indians, because there's very little I've done for this. I'd really like to thank the whole group of people who've been involved in this. I'm accepting on behalf of all of you. And most importantly, educators of India are the 800 government school principals that I work with, who work tirelessly every day. It's such a unrewarded job. Every day they're working at the grassroots. Bhagirath ji, you're an inspiration. Ram Avatar ji, people like you whom inspired us more than even we training you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Yes, we'd like to hear from you too, sir.
Thank you very much. I have 3 words that come to mind when I see this wonderful presentation. One's conscience, one is compassion, and one is competence. Combination of these 3 gives, I think, really what Amazing India and Amazing Indians are all about. Thank you very much for giving us, some of us here, this opportunity. I have just one thought, which I will leave to you to consider. Is it not possible that amongst us politicians there may be somebody who's amazing, and perhaps a category reserved just for one of us? Think about it. There's no hurry, but you can take your time and decide. Thank you very much.
Before I call the second winner, I'd like to introduce our next guest on stage, a third-term Member of Parliament. From being a familiar face amongst the Defence Forces as Minister of State for Defence, now taking the India story forward in the field of education. It's only proper that we call the HRD Minister, Mr. Pallam Raju, on stage to give away the award for the educators.
The other winner is Mamoon Akhtar.
Thank you, Times Now, for this honor. I have not come here to receive this award, but to take this award on behalf of my team who are working with me, for the people who are supporting the cause. And I have a big dream, and I want to establish many schools across the country, an equality English medium school for those children whose fathers are in jail, whose fathers are drug addict, whose mother works as a housemaid, whose father is a rickshaw puller. I want to give them a high quality English education. I am proud to say that it has 80% Muslim children and 100% supports come from the Hindu brothers. And I am very proud to say that.
At the outset, I would like to congratulate Times Now and to applaud your effort for bringing into the limelight all these wonderful people who are doing things at the level that it matters. I think we in our profession, whether as politicians or in government, we do have grand intentions, but time and tide does not wait. And I think the people who are actually making things happen are people like this. And we're really proud that India has so many of people like this who are enthusiastic about making a difference at the grassroots level. I would also like to applaud the innovators who are innovating for India, for the myriad problems that India has, because it's important that we find solutions to the problems that we have, and it has to be found here. Similarly, I would like to also applaud all the overseas Indians who've come back and who are making a difference along with the other committed lot. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to honor such brothers. Thank you.
एक शेर है, एक लाइन है जो मैं शेयर करना चाहता हूँ, जो मैंने सीखा है अपने उन लोगों से जो मेरे साथ खड़े हैं। लहू का रंग हल्का और गहरा हो भी सकता है, लहू का रंग हल्का और गहरा हो भी सकता है, मगर ये एक जैसे हैं तेरे आंसू मेरे आंसू।
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Congratulations once again.
We now move to our next category, the grassroots soldiers. India lives in its villages. To make India a stronger nation, it is essential to focus on this demographic group that constitutes a majority of our population.
In this category, we are bringing you stories of rural India, comprising of people who are working at the grassroots level. So let's have a look at the nominees.
They live in the villages of India, work with the villagers and empower them to bring about a positive change, our grassroots soldiers. And the nominations are Anita and Kalyan Paul, a city-bred couple who traveled to Uttarakhand to transform the quality of life of the mountain communities by initiating holistic development programs. Gyarsibai Saharia fought with the local landlords and became a campaigner for the rights of bonded labourers in Baran district of Rajasthan. Rajesh Shah's initiative Sabras frees the salt-producing Agaria community of Gujarat from the vicious cycle of debt and exploitation. And Rajkumari Devi, who challenged the tradition of growing tobacco in the Muzaffarpur district of Bihar, encouraging farmers to grow fruits and vegetables instead.
Member of Parliament, General Secretary of the Congress Party and Head of the Media Cell. May I invite on stage माननीय जनार्दन द्विवेदी का स्वागत करूंगी मंच पर.
जिन्हें ये सम्मान मिल रहा है वे हैं ग्यारसीबाई सहारिया.
On her behalf, we welcome Meena Prajapat and Kalabai Saharia.
सबसे पहले मैं जूरी मेंबर्स एंड टाइम्स नाउ वालों का जागृत महिला संगठन की तरफ से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देती हूँ कि उनको और हमने जो भी काम किया तो उनको आज ये सम्मान के लिए यहाँ बुलाया गया. इसके लिए मैं पुनः धन्यवाद देती हूँ.
मैं टाइम्स नाउ के इस प्रयास की प्रशंसा करता हूँ. हम जितना अपने इतिहास को, मानव समाज के विकास को जानते हैं, उसमें सम्मान के लायक किसको माना जाता है? मुझे हमेशा ये लगता है कि जो अपनी महानता छोड़कर धरती पर आ जाए या अपनी साधारणता से, साधारण जिंदगी से बड़ा बन जाए और दावा न करे महानता का, शायद उसी को सम्मान दिया जाता है. आप जिन लोगों को चुन रहे हैं वो सभी ऐसे लोग हैं जिन्होंने या तो अपनी ज़िंदगी की सुख सुविधा छोड़ी है, और या वे लोग हैं जो हमको अनाम लगते हैं लेकिन बड़े बड़े नाम वालों से ज़्यादा अच्छा काम करते हैं. मैं यही दो शब्द आज कह सकता हूँ.
Thank you very much, sir. And आप दोनों को बहुत बहुत बधाई.
Environmental degradation has been the worst enemy of mankind in present times. Global warming, extreme weather conditions, melting icebergs, and the endless list of endangered flora and fauna have left environmentalists across the world concerned. With that in mind, we come to our next award, the Eco Saviors.
Now, this category is dedicated to those amazing Indians who have each, in their own way, contributed to making our world a greener place to live in by their life and their work.
These are people driven by a deep commitment to conserve our fragile ecosystems and precious resources. And the nominations are Bal Pandian, fondly called the Birdman of Kunthakulam. Rescuing and feeding migratory birds is his only mission in life. Dinesh Goswami's love for one of the largest fish in ocean turned this daily wage laborer into a whale shark conservationist. He has rescued more than 400 of these marine giants over the past 10 years. Sachidanand Bharti is our water warrior from Uttarakhand. He has single-handedly revived the tradition of digging water pits in the hills to save rivers from dying. And Vijay Jardhari. He travelled the hills of Garhwal and Kumaon in search of traditional seeds. His movement, the Beej Bachao Andolan, has undone many ill effects of the Green Revolution.
He is the firebrand youth leader from Punjab, a man who's seen militancy in the state from very close quarters, a man who knows virtually every member of the media by their first name, a man who's never short of a repartee. His aggression and plain speak is a welcome change for us in the media from those politicians who are always watching their words, sometimes a bit too carefully. The media just love his quotable quotes. May I call up on stage the young and dynamic Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Mr. Manish Tiwari.
In the category of eco-saviors, the winner is Sachinanand Bharti.
सभी उपस्थित भाइयों और बहनों, हम लोगों ने पिछले 35 सालों में करीब 135 से अधिक गांव में घने जंगल तैयार किए हैं और 30,000 से अधिक बरसात जल को रोकने के लिए चाल खाल बनाई गई हैं। इन चाल खालों के कारण हमारे जंगलों में साल भर नमी रहती है और वे आग से भी मुक्त हुए हैं। इस सब काम को आपने टाइम्स नाउ ने जो अपना प्यार और आदर दिया, उसके प्रति आभार व्यक्त करने के लिए हमारे पास शब्द नहीं होंगे। मैं पूरे हृदय से टाइम्स नाउ परिवार का धन्यवाद देता हूँ। बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you. Congratulations.
Our next award category for Times Now's Amazing Indians is Urban Crusaders. This category is about individuals who are trying to make Indian cities better places to live in.
That indeed they are, and here are the nominees.
It takes a lot to call a city a metropolitan. This category includes people who are making their cities model cities of the world. And the nominees are Poonam Bir Kasturi. This Bangalorean is striving to make a clean difference to society by helping thousands in converting their kitchen waste into compost. Shweta Chari. A toy is a promise of joy to every child. Providing toys and spreading smiles amongst deprived children is our urban crusader Shweta in her unique initiative, Toy Bank. Matthew Jose is the new age paperman who is empowering students in Chennai to recycle paper for a cause. And Jasmeen Pateja's online campaign against street harassment finds resonance all over India. Blank Noise urges women to speak out against the menace and walk the streets with their heads held high.
And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, is Poonam Bir Kasturi.
In that and hear a few more inspiring words from you.
How many of you know that there is 60% organic waste in every bag you throw out every day? Most people don't know this. So you can have an educated city, you can have educated Indians, you can have technologically advanced country, but we'll all be sick because toxicity is not visible. So every day, this is our message. Stop mixing waste. Tomatoes, vegetable peels kept away from plastic is usable, beautiful material. You mix it, you're poisoning India. So if you want a clean India, start composting at home. It makes you a better person. So that's what Daily Dump says every day. Thank you.
Thanks, Poonam. And we request you to say a few words now.
Well, I guess we are a land of a million mutinies, but possibly a land of a billion positivities also. And that's what makes this incredible India so amazing. And I would like to congratulate Mr. Arnab Goswami, his entire team at Times Now for recognizing this aspect of incredible India. And I guess, ladies and gentlemen, this is the side of India which the nation also should know. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Congratulations once again.
The destiny of any nation at any given time depends on the character and aspirations of its youth. Our next award category envisions the future of the nation through their eyes. Young Indians, big achievements.
Now, these amazing Indians in this category are young, they are raring to go, and they have made India proud with their astounding achievements. The nominees in this category are...
The story of India rests in the lives of the youth of this country. This is a special category reserved for the under-18 youngsters who have accomplished a lot at a tender age. And the nominees are Arushi Bhatnagar. This 10-year-old is the world's youngest professional artist. She has created an imprint in the Guinness Book of World Records. Muhammad Ashik. Name any country under the sun and this 8-year-old will place it on a blank world map. Ashik is the youngest map memorizer in the world. Dinesh Dwivedi. Very few children possess the innate genius of solving numbers, and Dinesh is one such child prodigy. This 11-year-old has never been to school but coaches aspiring IIT students. And Sri Lakshmi Suresh is a school-going 14-year-old who has already made a name for herself in the field of computer technology. She is the youngest girl web designer in the world.
He's a young member of Team Rahul Gandhi, as the media calls it. 42 years of age, he brings with him the experience of working in the Rajasthan Assembly for one term and now in the Lok Sabha. He's had important portfolios like Minister of State for Home, before he was elevated to being the Minister of State Independent Charge for Sports and Youth Affairs and Minister of State for Defence, a man who clearly has his task cut out for him as his party shifts gears in the run-up to the 2014 elections. It's only appropriate that to give away the awards for the Young Indians Big Achievements category, the Minister for Sports and Youth Affairs, Mr. Jitendra Singh.
Is Dinesh Trivedi. Can we have this show every month, every week? Because every time you hold such awards, so many millions and millions of people get motivated. So thank you very much, Times Now. Great job, and thanks for motivating youth and people from various walks of life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations, Dinesh.
It is true that each individual has limitless potential. Now imagine that the power of that potential when individuals get together as a group. At this point, I am reminded of a definition of the word team I had heard some years ago. For team, read together, each achieves more.
And the next category demonstrates just that. The power of we as opposed to the power of me, where a few individuals have put their combined might together and changed the path of their society. Let's see the nominees for this category. Together We Can.
This category showcases the power of we, how a group of people can come together to change social consciousness of an entire society. And the nominees are Anyadesh, Of and by the Blind. This unique theatre group from Kolkata is providing the sightless a social and cultural podium to showcase their talent. Jan Swasthya Sahyog, the brainchild of a group of young doctors from reputed medical institutes who left their lucrative careers to serve those who needed them the most in the Ganyari village of Chhattisgarh. Mobile creches. This Delhi-based group is working towards a future where every child living on a construction site is safe, healthy and educated. And Project Chirag. Their mission is to provide solar lighting to villages that have never had access to electricity. This group of college students have joined hands in a bid to make India shine.
He started his career as one of us, a journalist who saw politics from close quarters. And then he crossed over to the world of politics. Today, he juggles the world of politics, sports, and the media with equal ease. IPL chairman, vice president of the BCCI, but above all, Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs and Planning. May I call up on stage Mr. Rajiv Shukla.
The award goes to mobile creches.
It's my privilege to receive this award for mobile creches. I thank Times Now and the jury for recognizing 44 years of mobile creches work at construction sites, providing daycare with nutrition, health, education to children under 6 years of age of working parents. And we hope that in future we can have all children access this right to care and nurture in our country. Thank you.
That is truly inspirational. Mr. Shukla, we request you to say a few words.
Well, whatever Times Group does is unique in nature. So I'd like to thank Mr. Arnab Goswami, Mr. Ravi Dharwal, Mr. Sunil Lula for envisaging this concept, which is unique in nature. When everybody is coming up with awards, with glamour-driven, Bollywood, cricket, because of TRPs, they are the ones who are actually honoring the true heroes. So I thank them for that. And finally, I would reiterate the demand made by Mr. Salman Khurshid, my senior colleague, that at least pick up one politician, maybe village pradhan, who is doing a good job for this category. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations.
The real barometer of a society's progress is the condition of its women. In Indian society, the sad truth is that boys are still preferred to girls.
Despite having been granted equal rights in our constitution, the reality is starkly different. Our next award category for Times Now Amazing Indians is Stree Shakti. This is indeed a very special award. This category salutes women and men who are fighting for women's freedom and for real empowerment. And the nominees are...
This category salutes those fighting for women's liberation, for real empowerment. It also salutes women who stand for Shakti, who have achieved what few can imagine, an epitome of strength. And the nominees are... Babai Sathe was born in a community once considered untouchable and never went to school, but she went on to become the Sarpanch of a village in Maharashtra. Deepa Malik, paralyzed below the chest, this gritty woman turned her life around, converting her disability into an inspiring ability. She is now a successful paraplegic sportswoman. Shafiq Khan is crusading against the social evil of bride trafficking. He has been leading a campaign to combat this form of women exploitation in the Mewat district of Haryana. And Subhash Mindapurkar, who has been fighting for the rights of deserted and divorced women for almost 2 decades in the hills of Himachal.
He joined the Communist Party of India Marxist in 1975 and was arrested during the emergency. He was elected to the Politburo of the CPIM in 1992 and became a member of the Rajya Sabha from West Bengal in July 2005. I welcome on stage Comrade Sitaram Yechury to give away this award.
This category of Amazing Indians, category Shri Shakti, the winner is Shafiq Khan.
शुक्रिया टाइम्स नाउ उपस्थित जनों, करीब 60 साल से ज़्यादा हो गए हमारे देश को गणतंत्र हुए, और आज भी हमारे देश में स्लेवरी जैसी, गुलामी जैसी चीज़ें मौजूद हैं, ना सिर्फ बॉन्डेड लेबरशिप के रूप में, बल्कि लड़कियों को ख़रीद करके सेक्स स्लेव के तौर पे रखने की प्रथाएं, घिनौनी प्रथाएं, ऐसी चीज़ों से हम लड़ रहे हैं। और जाहिर सी बात है कि एक ऑर्गेनाइज्ड क्राइम के ख़िलाफ़ जब हम लड़ते हैं तो एक ऑर्गेनाइज्ड टीम की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, और वो ऑर्गेनाइज्ड टीम को मैं रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है यहाँ पे अमेजिंग इंडियन मैं नहीं, बल्कि मेरी टीम है, एम्पावर पीपल की पूरी टीम, और उन लड़कियों की पूरी टीम जो उन लड़कियों को रेस्क्यू करने के लिए लगातार काम करती है, फील्ड में स्टिंग ऑपरेशंस करती है, पुलिस का सहयोग लेती है, या जनता को जोड़ती है, या लोकल नेताओं को लेके आती है। मैं साथ साथ में आप लोगों को दावत भी दे दूं, निमंत्रण दे दूं कि आइए कभी इंडिविजुअली, अपने पावर के साथ नहीं, अकेले अकेले आइए कभी हमसे मिलिए, जुड़िए और स्लेवरी को ख़त्म करने का एक संकल्प ज़रूर लीजिए। धन्यवाद।
Thank you. And we'd also love to hear a few words from you, sir.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Shafiq भाई। आपने जो कहा ज़रूर शामिल होंगे हम लोग भी इस तरीके की चीज़ों को रोकने के लिए। But I'd like to thank Times Now, and as Arnab would say, the nation wants to know, where did you get this idea from? And because it's a wonderful, wonderful idea, from the maze that India is, to find such inspiring real life experiences, I won't call them stories, that would be wrong, real life experiences, is truly inspiring, but tells us what the true potential of our country really is. I mean, it's lying all over. It's only time that we got it all together to really make India realize its potential. There's ancient wisdom that filters down the ages, which tells us for the evil to succeed, whether it's evil like crimes like this, or social evils like poverty, or everything else that we have seen today, for evil to succeed, the good only have to remain silent. Here are the good who have not remained silent, and I hope this will be the source of inspiration for all the other good people, billions, crores of whom are there in our country, and I do hope that this will serve as an inspiration, and I would once again like to thank Times Now, the entire team who are conceived of this idea and who are executing this for this wonderful experience that they are giving to the country. Thank you. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations.
Our next award is a special category that honors the voices from Mahindra's Spark the Rise campaign, a platform that propels innovation and entrepreneurship.
From an ophthalmologist to a unique newspaper, to a courier service, and many, many more. These stories are truly a spark of inspiration for all of us. So let's take a look at the nominations.
A big idea often begins with a tiny spark of inspiration, a spark that even ignites a revolution. These are incredible stories from Mahindra's Spark the Rise campaign. And the nominees are Ayyappa Masagi. With his innovative rainwater harvesting techniques, countless farmers and industries in India have reduced their dependency on external sources of water. S-Mart Global. a technology distributor that provides the rural retail shop owners an access to products to improve their customers' lives. Dr. Parvez Ubaid, this ophthalmologist, along with his team of eye specialists, is a messiah for the underprivileged people in the Jorhat city of Assam. Kadam India, it's a step to curb migration of uneducated rural youth to the cities by creating service opportunities within their terrain. Khabar Lahariya. This unique newspaper has impacted the lives of many backward women in the Chitrakoot district of Uttar Pradesh. Mentor Together. Aiming to link the underprivileged youths to professionals, this venture provides mentorship to those who need it the most. Dhruv Lakra. He runs a one-of-its-kind courier service for the deaf adults, providing them with meaningful employment. And Seva Mob, a unique initiative that provides primary healthcare and insurance to low-income consumers in villages near Lucknow.
In this category, we have two winners. And to announce the first winner, I would like to call on stage Senior Vice President, Group Communications, Mahindra Group, Ms. Roma Balwani, along with Senior General Manager, Mahindra Group, Mr. Karthik.
For joining us here on stage. And before we proceed with announcing the winner's name, I'd like you to tell us a little bit more about Spark the Rise.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, programs like Amazing Indians, which seek to showcase the extraordinary achievements of ordinary Indians, is wonderfully synergistic with the Mahindra brand idea of Rise and the group purpose of enabling more people to rise. We are extremely proud to have a category, Spark the Rise, included as part of the Amazing Indians program. And we're prouder still of people who've come in to the Amazing Indians program through Spark the Rise, who are present with us today. Spark the Rise, like Amazing Indians, is a platform that we've created where we invite entrepreneurs, innovators, and change agents, basically people who are working at the grassroots to drive positive change in the society and for the country, to come on board, showcase their work, network and collaborate with like-minded individuals so that they're able to either bring their ideas to life or are able to scale up what they're already doing. And we'd like to thank Times Now for giving this platform an opportunity to be showcased on national television. Spark the Rise as a community is about 300,000 individuals strong today. All of them are innovators and change makers working to drive positive change for India and Indians. Thank you very much, Times Now.
In this category of Spark the Rise, the winner is Khabar Lahariya.
May I now call on stage Air Chief Marshal Fali Major and Mr. Sudhir Dhar, members of our esteemed jury, to announce the next winner.
The winner is Dhruv Lakra.
Congratulations. We'd love to hear a few words from you.
I was told I was supposed to keep it short, so I'm just going to say thank you in sign language.
and I want people to know more of sign. So it's very simple. Everybody can just do it. So you'll have to hold the mic for that. This is thank you in sign language. This does not mean anything else. So don't get me wrong.
All of you witnessed the nominees and the winners for this wonderful, innovative show put up by Times Now. I'm sure Sudhir will agree with me, as would the other jury members, that it was indeed a very, very tough task in selecting the winners. Each one was better than the other. And like many speakers before us have said, if we were to look very carefully in this country of 1 billion plus, I'm sure there would be many, many more such outstanding individuals available to do much more for the country than what is being presently done. Thank you. Sudhir.
Thank you. It says life is a garden. You have the seeds. You can either have flowers or you can have weeds. These are people who are creating flowers, beautiful gardens, and God bless them. Thank you so much. You are amazing. You're incredible. You're outstanding Indians. I salute you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you and congratulations.
Our nation has been the birthplace of many amazing individuals. And this evening, we have yet another amazing Indian who will share her story of personal triumph. She is a swimmer, biker, and athlete extraordinaire. The feisty Deepa Malik has not let chest below paralysis get in her way of achieving the impossible, turning each adversity into an opportunity. Could we have the audio visual on her, please?
Spinal tumors which resulted in chest down paralysis, multiple surgeries and 183 stitches, a life confined to a wheelchair, enough to dishearten most. But even these impossible odds failed to cripple Deepa Malik.
The major challenges have been firstly definitely against my own body, because I have chest below paralysis, and there are so many other complications in the body. I'm minus a gallbladder, digestion is weak, over and above that I have thyroid. Only my shoulders are functional, but between the shoulder blades there have been 3 major surgeries.
The mother of 2 took to sports after becoming a paraplegic when she was only 30. And there was no stopping her. In 12 years, she has notched an impressive tally of 45 medals at national and international events and has 3 Limca records to her credit.
Please don't go by the stereotype. They say widows wear white and paraplegics are room bound or wheelchair bound. I always feel wheelchair liberated. My whole life began after coming onto the wheelchair.
Converting her obstacles into opportunity, Deepa believes in living life to the hilt. For this champion athlete, the wheelchair has not been a resting place but a launch pad to reach her goals. We salute this 3 who stands for Shakti, an epitome of strength.
And we now invite this amazing Indian to join us on stage and share her story with us.
Good evening, everyone. My gratitude to each and everyone who's present here to listen to my story. The fact that I've been included in the list of amazing Indians, I think this is the biggest gift I could give back to my family, I could give back to my parents. So I'm grateful to my family that I'm here. And my story is very simple. My story begins very simply. At the age of about 5 years, there was deterioration in my lower limbs. and the doctors diagnosed that I was suffering from a tumor in my spinal cord. And my first surgery happened at the age of 7 because it took them 2 years to diagnose me. Those days, things were not very advanced. And I underwent a very major operation at the age of 7, and the rehab and all the exercises and everything. It took me 2 years to learn to walk again, but I walked again. I thought I had come out of it. I went on with a very ordinary childhood thereafter. I went on to participate in sports, not at a very high level, but till the states level. I was a basketball player, I was a cricketer, and fell in love with a man who was in love with outdoors too, because I was a person who loved outdoors. And the very base of getting married to him was, will you allow me to ride a bike? Because my parents often pulled my ears for doing that. He promised, he says, I will give you a bike and never ask you where you ride it. So that was the basis of my marriage. Had 2 lovely girls, but 98, won a beauty contest, a Navy Queen contest that we have in Defense Services. And life was going on pretty good. And suddenly, they discovered the tumor again. Same spot over and over again. And 99, at the time when my husband was at the war, he was part of the Kargil war sector. I was told by the doctors in Jaipur that I had to go for my advanced checkups to Delhi. And alone I came here, and I met the doctor, and the doctor told me, the tumor is sitting at a place where we can operate, we can make you live, but you're going to lose your legs. So the mother in me told me that, yes, I had to live because I had 2 very beautiful daughters who needed the mother around them. And I told him, doctors, how much time do I have? He says, it is an urgent situation. I said, can't I wait for my husband to be back from the war? And, well, I could read his expressions. And he told me that he'll give me 7 days to celebrate walking. I went back home. I made arrangements for my children. I made arrangements for my pets. I packed off my saris. I packed off my crystal. I packed off my jewelry because I knew what I was in for. And did a bit of net search and came back to Delhi. 3rd of June 1999, at the helm of the Kargil war, I was in for the surgery. I refused to take the lift that day. And I still wonder why walking people crowd the lift and push the senior citizens and people on the wheelchairs aside just to take the lift. Because the most memorable moment of my life at that point is the 3 flights that I took when I went to the operation theater to get paralyzed. I went in walking, I came out chest below paralyzed, and maybe the Almighty was not done still. I had a further complication where the brain fluid, the cerebral fluid leaked out of the surgery site, which is a complication in neurological surgeries, and mine was, in any case, a redo. And after that, I lost my speech. Well, my husband would have been very happy if I never regained it, but it did come back. And I braved it. I braved it. I lived through it. And yet, people had doubts. People were more concerned about the fact that, oh, ये तो लंगड़ी हो गई. अब क्या होगा? इसके बच्चों का क्या होगा? Everybody who came to meet me came as if they had come to a funeral. I was a person who walked, who saw the world walking, and was not a born disabled. Suddenly learned that this is what disability meant. A disability of a kind where there's nothing functional just below. Half my lungs don't inflate. The biggest challenge of my life is the bladder and the bowel control. Every day if I wear a bag, it makes my kidneys weak, and it gives repeated infections and series of medicines. So I had to give up on the bag, and I had to learn to live again. So the whole struggle here was that this is something which I didn't choose, and I had lost my identity to it. I was just a plain graduate who got married at the age of 20 and a half, and I did not have education, I did not have degrees, but I'm glad I took my education system seriously, and I decided to start a small home delivery project in a small town of Ahmednagar, where we have our Armored Corps Center and all the young officers come there for a course. From there, it increased to catering to the Army Club. And that was the time when this project of mine, I didn't realize that I had done something different or I had done something unique till it became a project study in the local management institute. It was considered under a socio-economic project. And after that, I was awarded with a state award called Swavlamban Award. And the story of that award came on Times Now channel. And I feel very happy to be on this platform again 5-6 years later. That story showed how I try to keep myself fit, how as a person I was still doing my exercises, I was still doing my water therapy. And that is where I was noticed swimming. And I was offered to come and swim for the state of Maharashtra and so on. And then the opportunity opened for me. I went on. And it was a big question mark. I was 36 years. I was 36 years and at that age entering the world of sports. Well, that was a time when my husband took premature retirement from the army and he came home to support because I had these children who were being supported through my project. And 2006 was the first time when I went and I participated in the national meet. I entered the pool. I did one stroke, I got a gold. I did another stroke, I got another gold. And I did the third stroke, I got third. So overnight, I had 3 national records and 3 gold medals. It was just a chance, an opportunity that had knocked at my door. And I mustered up the courage to walk through that door. I went from there, I got selected, I went to represent the country at FESPIC Games in Kuala Lumpur, came back with a silver. The moment I came back with a silver, and I came home to show that a silver medal to my father, and still the neighbor auntie asked me, "Ab beta tabiyat kaisi hai?" And when I was taking that flight, I was told to sign a paper which said, "Wheelchair-bound patient, an indemnity bond in the air." And I said, I refuse to sign this. I'm holding an international medal. I've come back with so much of pride for my country. And you're still saying I'm a patient. So they said, "Ma'am, you can't board the flight." I said, "No, I need the airport manager here." And the gentleman came and I said, "I'm sorry." I put it in writing and I got a call from Mr. Vijay Mallya. I was flying Kingfisher that time. And he called up to say, he says, "Deepa, we have changed the format. Now we write wheelchair guest. We no longer write wheelchair-bound patient." So, well, there were a lot of challenges because when you're doing something first, it becomes a challenge in itself. It becomes an achievement of, I'm the first rallist, I'm the first biker, I'm the first sports person in my category. But the first comes with a package of challenges because I didn't know where to go buy a bike for me. I didn't know how to get my vehicles registered. I didn't know. So there was a lot of challenge that came my way. It took me 19 months to properly get a valid license for my car with acceptance of the fitments and the modification in my car in Maharashtra. And once I did, I wanted to celebrate it. And I celebrated it by driving in Himalayan car rally, by driving across the 9 high altitude passes, and by completing the Desert Storm car rally. Because I needed platforms. I wanted awareness to be spread. And now 29 people have started driving after I drove and after they spoke to me over the phone. So one can contribute and make a difference. And it didn't end here, then joined the world of sports. There were a lot of challenges that came across because this was the first time a woman in my category was participating. So an escort is required, specialized training is required. The policies are there, but we still need more to happen. For me, people still say that इसको चैन नहीं पड़ता, ये कुछ ना कुछ करती रहती है, कभी ये नदी में कूद जाती है, कभी पहाड़ों पे चली जाती है. Some people call me a show off. Some people call me that इतना आराम से घर में कर्नल की वाइफ है, why doesn't she stay back home? I mean, why is she putting herself through this? What I convey with my life here is life is too important and it is important to take initiative because you feel sitting in this chair that you feel that no, mere karne se kya hoga? What will happen if I'm doing? I feel a lot of difference happens when you can reach out, even if you can change one life, you feel that yes, you've given back. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, a standing ovation, please, for Deepa.
May we now call on stage all our winners, along with Mr. Ravi Dhariwal, Mr. Sunil Lulla, Mr. Arnab Goswami, and Mr. Avinash Kaul, CEO, Times Now, ET Now, and Zoom, for a group photograph, please. All the amazing Indians we saw today, and also those who have risen to the highest positions in their communities, in their professions, or in the nation, all have dared to believe that something inside them was superior to their circumstance. They became what they were capable of being.
And Times Now will continue to salute them year after year for their achievements, for inspiring all of us, for making us believe that India's resurgence is assured. A big thank you to all our presenters. Also a special thank you to our presenting sponsor, Mahindra, our associate sponsors, Lodha, Flipkart and Panasonic. Without their support, this endeavor of ours would not have been possible.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of this iconic evening. Once again, congratulations to all the winners.